Hello, I'm Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad you're here today because today we're going to learn several things that you can do in order to find a good, solid coach. Now, if you've been to a coach before, you know that one of the most important things about finding a good coach, and it's the very first thing we're going to talk about today, is making that connection. You know, that is the number one thing you need to do when you find a good coach is to make a connection with them. A connection can be something that's a little bit nebulous and vague, but you will know when you have it. A good coach that you have a connection with will listen to you. They will interact with you. They will become part of the conversation. They actively listen to you. And when they do make suggestions, they ask your permission. That is a coach that has a connection with you and that's interested in your problem. That is the number one thing. The number two thing that a coach does for you, a good coach, is they will encourage you. You know, coaches are kind of like encouragement warriors. They come right in there with you. They get down in the trenches. They help you overcome those obstacles and those problems. That's what a coach does. If a good coach gets in there with their clients and they really get in there to help them move forward, that is one of the most rewarding experience for both the client and the coach. That's why we became coaches. That's why good coaches become coaches. They want to help and encourage people. The second thing, or the third thing rather, that a good coach can do for you is they can help you set smart goals, reasonable goals, attainable goals. Let me give you an example of that. An unreasonable goal would be, say you want to go to Hollywood and be a movie star, make $10 million per picture and save the world. Well, that is very admirable to want to save the world and to go to Hollywood and do all that stuff. But if you've never even acted in community theater, that is not a realistic goal. It's not a reasonable goal. It's not even a smart goal. What a coach might say to you in that scenario is, how much community theater have you actually done? What is your experience in the world of theater? If you don't have any experience in the world of theater, a good coach would say, may I make a suggestion? And then it's up to the client to say yes or no. And if they say yes, then the coach would say, have you ever thought about preparing a monologue and presenting it to your friends that you trust? Something along those lines. A good coach will help you with those smart goals, those reasonable goals, taking those tiny steps so that when you're ready to maybe even be that big movie star out in Hollywood and save the world, you have taken the steps necessary so your foundation is good and solid. You have set good, reasonable goals. You have overcome the obstacles because all obstacles always come when you set goals and visions. That's part of life. But you have done it because you've built that solid foundation with your connected coach. The fourth thing that coaches do is they hold you accountable. No one likes to be held accountable for stuff, especially if they're doing something they don't really want to do and they're slacking on it. Good coaches know how to encourage, lift you up, but yet hold you accountable for those times when things just don't happen the way that you've planned. A good coach understands that the answer to your quest is inside you. It is in here. You know your answers better than anyone does. You just need help finding them. I read an article about a lady that was a business coach, and she was interviewing to become a coach for this large corporation, and they asked her, what do you know about, fill in the blank, let's just say it was aerospace engineering. They said, what do you know about aerospace engineering? And she said, I don't know anything about aerospace engineering, but I do know people and I do know coaching. Your team knows everything they need to know about aerospace engineering. My job is to find the solution. They hired her, and she's been working for them ever since, and she does a wonderful job. That's what good coaches do. It doesn't matter if you're coaching someone through grief or coaching someone through aerospace engineering. The principles are the same because the principles are truth. And when you coach someone from a point of truth and accountability, that's some great coaching right there. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I just wanted to drop this down here on my YouTube channel today in case anyone was thinking about getting coaching. These are some things that you can look for. I want to recommend a few folks that you follow on Instagram if you're not already following them, and one is Christian Coach Institute. I love that place. That's where I obtained my CPLC. They are wonderful people. They're very godly based. They're God-centered and Christ-oriented. So I just can't say enough good things about them. So if you're not already following, follow them on Instagram. Another one is Roberto Blake. I really like Roberto Blake. I got a YouTube channel, and follow him on Instagram. His YouTube channel is great. If you have ever thought about getting on YouTube or doing anything like that, he's got tips and tricks and things of that nature. Another one that I really like is Tim Cooper Academy. Follow him on Instagram. Every 3 or 4 days, he'll have a little 1-minute video on there that really gets you going and motivated for the day. The guy has been through some real struggles, so he really has been in the trenches, and he's very transparent about them. Good guy. Any of those 3 are good, solid people to follow. Hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. Maranatha.